Thank you for joining our first Indiana 211 University. My name is Kevin Evans, Deputy Director of Data, Community Engagement, and Resource Curation. We are hoping that you find these sessions valuable for yourself or the staff that you shared this link with today. Indiana 211 is providing these monthly sessions on the third Wednesday of each month from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. With the sessions, it is our hope that the participants gain an understanding of Indiana 211, that you feel a sense of connection with Indiana 211, and most of all, you learn from our presenters ways to enhance the services that we provide across the state of Indiana to those that we serve. With that, let's go ahead and look at our learning objectives for today. We would like for you to leave with a brief understanding of Indiana 211, understanding how to expect or what to expect when calling Indiana 211, understand a typical call and a navigator's role in the phone call system, and annual updates, inclusion policy, and understanding our resource curation process. Our mission at Indiana 211 is to improve the quality of life for Hoosiers by promoting equity and connecting people to the health and human service resources through highly skilled navigators, continuous community collaboration, and a robust community database and technological innovations. We can go ahead and advance. Indiana 211 is a free 24/7, 365-day service that connects Hoosiers with help and answers from thousands of health and human service agencies and resources right in their local communities, quickly, easily, and confidentially. There are no eligibility requirements, income standards, nor any other rules. Anyone can call 211. We're going to turn over to Jamie Farron, Deputy Director of Operations for Indiana 211, and understanding what to expect when calling Indiana 211.
All right. What to expect when you're calling 211. Let's start with some of the basics. Indiana 211 serves residents of all 92 counties in Indiana. In 2023, we received over 160,000 calls and provided over 620 referrals to those calls. Our goal is to provide 3 referrals for every need identified on the call. Our average call lasts just about 10 minutes, but there's never a limit placed on the amount of time it takes us to help our callers. Consistently, our top needs are housing, utility assistance, and food resources, but we receive calls for everything you could possibly imagine, everything from parking tickets to situations with domestic violence. We have a Spanish line that is staffed by bilingual community navigators, and we also have access to interpreters for over 240 languages. It's really important to remember that calling 211, it is much more than a call. Sometimes we have to advocate by reaching out to agencies on a caller's behalf or calling with them, coaching them through the questions to ask or the things to say. If we talk to people who are especially vulnerable, we're going to follow up with them just to make sure that they got the services they need and use that as an opportunity to get them connected if not. We have 57 community navigators who receive 3 weeks of training. So what are community navigators? They are the individuals that answer the phone. They are connectors to community resources. All of our navigators have worked in the front lines of human services. Many come from a case management background and truly understand how essential it is to look at the whole picture in order to identify and address the root cause of the problems. On each call, the community navigators ask a series of social determinants of health questions in an effort to understand exactly where a person is at the time of the call. A lot of times people call for one need, but when we ask those additional questions, there may be many other issues that come up that we're able to offer referrals for as well. You'll see here a list of the social determinants of health questions that we ask on every call. We also capture demographics, which includes ethnicity, race, age, the number of people in the household composition. We also collect information about whether or not they've ever served in the military. And then again, we go through this list of questions. The social determinants of health questions are asked on every call. Even if someone is calling about food, we're going to talk to them about rent and health insurance, just to make sure that there aren't some underlying needs that we can address as well. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to listen to a sample call.
Thank you for calling Indiana 211. My name is Nick. How can I help you?
Hi Nick, I'm calling because I was told that I could call here to get some help with food. So that's what I was calling for, was help with food.
Sure. Well, I'm glad you called. I'd be happy to look and see what resources I can find for you today. Just to get started, have you called 211 before, or is this your first time?
This is my first time. I've heard about
Okay.
it through a neighbor.
Okay, perfect. And what's the first and last name for you?
My name is Mary Smith.
Okay, is that Mary?
Yes,
Okay, last name.
Smith.
Perfect. And what's a good phone number just in case we get disconnected today?
My phone number is 317-550-3300.
All right, perfect. And what's a good address so we can find the resources in your area?
My address is 1301 Judson Street. That's Evansville 47713.
Perfect. All right, thank you, Mary. And next, I'm going to ask some basic demographic questions. This will help me understand what resources might be available to you. May I have your age, please?
I am 35,
All right, and what gender do you identify as?
female.
Okay, and are you of Hispanic, Latino, or Spanish origin?
I'm not.
Okay, and what race do you identify with?
Uh, Caucasian or white?
All right, and have you or anyone in your household served in the military?
No.
Okay, and including yourself, how many people are in your household?
5 total. Myself, my husband, and 3 children.
All right, you said that's yourself, your spouse, and 3 kids?
Yes.
Okay, and is anyone in the household currently pregnant?
No.
All right, thank you. And may I ask some additional questions to see if there are any other areas that we can help with?
Of course.
All right, thank you. What is your employment status?
I work part-time at a daycare.
Okay. And what is your current yearly household income?
Well, our income has changed recently. So I'd say right now our income might be about $23,000 a
Okay.
year.
All right. And what is the highest level of education that you've completed?
I've gotten a GED.
Okay. All right. And what is your housing situation today? Do you currently have stable housing, or you have any concerns about losing your housing in the future?
I would say our housing is stable. That's something we always focus on, is making sure we can pay our mortgage.
Perfect. Okay. And in the last 12 months, has the electric, gas, oil, or water company threatened to shut off services in your home?
We've gotten close, but we've never been threatened to be shut off.
All right. And within the last 12 months, have you worried about food running out before you could get more?
Yes, that's something we worry about often.
Okay. I understand that that can be overwhelming, so I am glad that you called to look for resources today. Do you receive SNAP benefits?
We do, it just doesn't last us long enough.
Okay, I understand. And in the last 12 months, has a lack of transportation kept you from medical appointments?
No.
Okay. Has a lack of transportation kept you from other things like work, meetings, or getting things you need for daily living?
No.
All right. And do you currently have health insurance?
Yes, we have HIP.
Perfect. And we've started asking all of our callers about their personal safety so they know how to get help for themselves or others. Does anyone, including family, ever insult or talk down to you?
No.
All right. Mary, I do appreciate you for answering these questions for me. I can go ahead and get started and take a look at some food pantries for you. Do you have any days of the week where you'd prefer to visit a pantry, or no preference?
Mondays work best, but I think any day would be fine as well.
Okay, perfect. We'll take a look here and see what I can find. Just bear with me a moment. And while I am looking, do you have a pen and paper to take down some information for me today?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Alrighty. Okay, so we have the first one pulled up here. So this is the Evansville Emergency Food Pantry Consortium. They are located at 1800 South Governor Street in Evansville. Okay, and that's 47713.
Should be close to my house then.
Perfect. Now, this is a part of a larger group of pantries that operate together. So this specific location is that of the Zion Missionary Baptist Church. It says here that you can visit one of any of these locations once every 30 days. So that would be this one, the Nativity Eastside Pantry, Patchwork Central, St. Matthews, St. Vincent de Paul, Westside Food Pantry, and Zion Missionary Baptist Church. So I'll provide this one, and then I won't provide any others. So that way you can visit this one once every 30 days. It does say that they provide perishable and non-perishable food to Vanderburgh County residents in need. Let's see here. It says that you would want to bring a photo ID for head of household and social security cards for everyone else in the home.
Okay.
Okay. And other than that, it's just walk in Monday and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Okay.
Okay. And should you need anything, you can reach them at 812-401-0606.
Okay.
All right. Start with that one.
Thank you.
So there are numerous ways that you can contact us here at 211. Individuals can dial 211. We also have a 10-digit number, 866-211-9966, that people can call us directly. They can also text their zip code to 898-211, and we can provide them resources via text message. Our website also has the ability to search for resources, and that's in211.org. You can advance, thank you. All right, so the last thing that I wanted to talk about really quickly is a lot of times people are not aware lines that come into 211 that we handle calls for. We have a line that is dedicated to childcare. We can provide statewide child care development fund referrals. We can answer basic questions regarding application status. We can take facility complaints, and we can provide child care referrals. We also have those lines in Spanish. As a partnership with the Department of Mental Health and Addiction, we have the ability to screen people and then schedule rides to and from substance use disorder treatment. We also have the ability to complete an in-depth assessment and provide referrals if someone is in need of substance use disorder treatment. In addition to that, we host the Peer Recovery Hub that connects Hoosiers with substance use disorder to treatment and recovery supports. They can talk to a live certified peer recovery coach 24/7. Our Indiana 211 contract staff, that is a statewide information line that answers questions and addresses concerns related to COVID-19 and monkeypox. We also partner with the Indiana Housing and Community Development Authority. They host their rental assistance line at 211. So individuals can call 211 and listen to the options and actually select an option to be connected with someone that can help them apply for the IERA, Indiana Emergency Rental Assistance Program. And lastly, the EAP line. So IHCDA, again, partners with us so that we can provide the opportunity for them to call and complete applications for the Energy Assistance Program, the statewide Energy Assistance Program. They can do those applications over the phone. We also partner closely with 988. And there are a lot of times that the calls kind of intersect and we're able to do a warm handoff. We can handle crisis calls, but we like to get them directed to 988 so that they can get the support that they need.
And so thank you, Jamie, for presenting the call center side, but we also have the resource curation team at Indiana 211 who are continually looking at organizations and agencies across the state and the services that they provide and the locations that they provide those services at. And so with that, we have annual updates that we complete on the resource curation team, as well as an inclusion policy that we follow. And so Morgan Price will be the one. She is our supervisor for training and quality assurance for resource curators to describe our resource curation team.
Thanks, Kevin. So for the current state of our active resources, we currently have 4,863 active agencies. Under those active agencies, we have 7,715 sites, and then we also have 11,236 services. If we break down those agencies by types, we have 50% are nonprofit, 45% would be government agencies, 44% would be commercial organizations, and then 1% would be categorized as other. Those are typically disaster-related resources or coalition groups. Our resource curation team has 6 full-time curators and then 2 community engagement curators. Our 2 community engagement curators split up their time between the community navigator team and the resource team. Our resource team is responsible for gathering, updating, and entering data for new and existing community resources. And then they also ensure all records are updated on an annual basis. As I just mentioned, all agencies are updated on an annual basis, and this is conducted by our curators multiple ways. So they'll reach out to agencies by phone, email, or our Vision Link system will send out a link to agencies. And then resources may also receive updates by social media or websites when we receive those updates. You can advance the slide. At any point throughout the year, you can update your information by yourself. So you can go to our website at in211.communityos.org. You'll go to the very top of your screen and click on community agencies, and then you'll be able to click on search and update your community organization. You'll then be able to click on or your agency name or enter your address of your agency. That will then pull up your agency record. You'll then be able to review all the information that we have entered for your agency. It'll then take our curation team 2 business days to review the requests that you entered. And then at the bottom of the form, you'll then be able to select if you need additional assistance from our resource curation team. We do have an inclusion policy for all of our resources. The purpose of that policy is to collect and classify the most comprehensive, accurate, and up-to-date information about human services across the state. All resources in our database must fall under the health, human services, consumer, educational, or environmental, or disaster-related category. They also must be operating for at least 6 months before we include it in our database. So we'll include resources like government agencies or programs, crisis lines, helplines or hotlines, community, nonprofit, or faith-based organizations that offer social services, community collaborations or coalition groups. We'll consider resources that offer sliding scale fee structure or scholarship programs, and then we'll exclude agencies that deny people based off of race, gender, or sexual orientation, and then programs that are for members only that our callers cannot access directly. If you aren't already in our database and you would like to be included, you can visit our website again. We do have our inclusion policy listed under the community agencies tab. That would be the first link, but then you can click on the inclusion request form, and that would be the second link listed. You'll then be able to enter all the information about your community organization, and then that will take 3 business days for our community engagement team to review. They will make sure that your organization meets our inclusion criteria, and then we'll reach out from there, your decision for if we can include your agency in our database. If you have any questions about updating your information in our database, feel free to reach out to us Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And then Kevin, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you for joining in to Indiana 211 University's topic today of resource curation and community navigation. And we do have our upcoming topics in August and September and October listed. So the next topic is Indiana 211 community engagement, focused on our new community engagement team and how they are accessing data to make decisions across the state of Indiana as far as helping communities understand where their unmet needs are and how we are implementing our strategies at 211. In September, we will be doing suicide prevention and crisis intervention with the Indiana Department of Mental Health and Addiction and 988. That is a session that I think would be very important for agency to include their staff in, as well as those that are interacting with individuals. And October 16th, we have domestic violence awareness, and there will be a presentation on that topic in that month. We will be sending out via email a survey so that you can give feedback about today's session, but also give feedback on topics that you think would be important to cover in these Indiana 211 sessions. We hope that you took away today an opportunity to feel connected to Indiana 211, but also being able to learn more about our processes at Indiana 211 and how we are trying to engage agencies across the state. We hope to see you on the next Indiana 211 University call in August.